Daphne Miller, M.D., a general practitioner in Noe Valley, California, had already begun to write nature prescriptions as part of the burgeoning field of integrated medicine. It's another tool in our toolbox. In Washington, D.C., Robert Czar, M.D., now writes park prescriptions. Czar has even created an extensive database of Washington, D.C.'s urban parks so that pediatricians know where to direct families. For decades, people who work directly with children and families in natural settings have been making the common sense case for nature's benefits. Today, they're bolstered by more science and by a fast-growing new nature movement. I should note that though most of the early studies were correlative, they pointed in the same direction, a rare occurrence for any emerging body of research. Many subsequent studies, some of them extensive and longitudinal, have underscored the earlier findings. Yes, we need more research, including studies that will show how nature experiences can best be applied. But, as Howard Frumkin, Dean of the School of Public Health at the University of Washington, has said, we know enough to act. Many public health experts, psychologists, and psychiatrists are doing just that. So are the policymakers, urban planners, and educators. A few years ago I wrote, half in jest, "Want your kids to get into Harvard? Tell them to go outside." In fact, nature-based education is spreading. Nature preschools and school gardens are multiplying. Even the National League of Cities has signed on. Still, parents are the backbone of this movement. They don't have to wait for a physician to write a prescription or for a school board to change its policies. Parents can act now, as can anyone, single or married, urban or rural, of any age. Last Child in the Woods and its sequel, The Nature Principle, which focused on adults, identified nature deficit disorder as a societal diagnosis. Vitamin N takes the next step by serving as a companion handbook, offering a range of over 500 practical actions that listeners can apply in their everyday life and the life of their community. Parents will likely be the primary audience, but I hope Vitamin N will also be helpful to grandparents, aunts, uncles, teenagers, people without children of their own, and to teachers and other caring professionals whose work touches families every day. As you use this book, I hope you'll keep the following in mind. This book isn't just for kids. Many of the actions in Vitamin N are focused on families with children, but all of us belong to some kind of family or circle of friends. Throughout the following pages, you'll find activities for adults too, and ones that can be adapted to the needs of most families, friends, and individuals. Different abilities offer different opportunities. I've offered some specific suggestions for children and adults with disabilities. Most of these actions can be adapted to the needs of people with special learning or physical requirements. And, as the section on the senses points out, physical or mental differences can sometimes foster exceptional abilities in the natural world. Nearby urban nature is as essential as wilderness. This book is for people who live in every kind of neighborhood, rural, suburban, or densely populated urban areas. It also recognizes that different cultures experience nature differently, and that's a good thing. This book also emphasizes that connecting with nature isn't only a spectator sport. It can also involve work, including conservation projects and the creation of new natural habitats in the most urban places. Look for a balance between organized activities and those that encourage free, independent play and exploration. Even though violent crime against children has decreased in recent years, safety is still a real concern in many neighborhoods. In the age of the 24-hour news cycle, the fear of strangers remains a fact of life. So if kids are going to enjoy more experiences in nature, much of that time will require adult presence. However, please keep in mind that most of the supervised activities described in Vitamin N can be altered to provide more independent experiences. Finally, Vitamin N should be an antidote to toxic stress, not the cause. This isn't a book